Breaking down fact from fiction, the top real estate myths that won't leave your wallet wide open and dollar bills just flying out. Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. If you would do me a huge favor, please like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It gives me all the motivation in the world to keep bringing you these valuable videos. Now let's get to it. Now the first myth that you're going to encounter is that homes either pass or fail inspection, and that's just not the case. What's going to happen is when you go get a home inspection done on a property, an inspector is going to thoroughly inspect the home to make sure that it is quality, and they're going to raise any red flags that might be in the home. So for example, foundations back in the 1940s were built a little bit different than they are today. So let's say you're buying a Craftsman in North Park, it's on a raised foundation, and back in the day the posts just touched the dirt, okay, and they were not bolted to the actual house. So the foundation was not actually bolted to the house. That is the way they constructed homes way back then. Now if you're buying an 86-year-old house and the house is still standing, the foundation's probably in pretty good condition, even though you're going to want to go in and put those posts on piers, and you're going to want to have the foundation company strap the house to the actual foundation, because if the foundation company were going to go in today and redo the entire foundation, that's what they would do. So it doesn't necessarily pass or fail the inspection, it just means that it was built differently at the time the home was built. I'll give you another example. It was very popular back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s for electrical panels to be in closets in condominium complexes, particularly in the 70s, and these are what are called Zinsco panels. Now, the panel has been there for many years, and it will get called out on an inspection, and it's always a pretty good idea to relocate the panel on the outside of the closet, because if there was a fire that would happen, it would probably happen in the electrical panel inside the closet, and then everything catches on fire. So you just want to be mindful of these things. These are all things that are going to be called out on the inspection, and once we get the inspection back, we can go over it and determine what kind of dollar amount we're going to ask for in credit. But a home neither passes nor fails inspection. That's myth number one. When selling your home, it's actually better to price on the higher side. That is myth number two. Now, it is never a good idea to price on the higher side, and the reason for that is now, especially, you have to take a look at market stats. And if you've been paying attention to my market stats video, which you can check out here, I've got all the market stats going back one full year here in San Diego. You know that right now homes are sitting on the market for a lot longer. If you price your home higher right now, chances are your home is going to sit on the market a lot longer. But if you price your home under market value, buyers have been paying attention to all these market stats, and buyers are very smart, so they're going through and looking at the best deals. So you're going to want to price it just under market value to get that price up to where you want it to be. But pricing it higher is definitely not a good strategy unless you want your home to sit on the market. And then at that point, if it's been on the market more than 35 days, because that's the average market time today in San Diego, chances are the buyers are going to start to think what's wrong with the property, and they're going to offer you much less. Myth number three, real estate agents, we're all the same, and that's just not true. Now, this does not mean a brand new real estate agent cannot do a quality job for you in your real estate transaction. On the contrary, many real estate agents who are brand new, they have mentors. I had a mentor when I got into the business 18 years ago, but the truth is not all real estate agents are created equal. In fact, I'm one of the real estate agents that attends lots of education, so that way I'm able to bring that knowledge that I'm learning out in the real estate space to my clients. I also watch market trends. Every single month I post a real estate market update video for several neighborhoods, including San Diego County. So I'm on top of what's happening in all the trends. You're going to want to work with somebody that's on top of trends, that knows what's going on, and that can help you make the best decision whether you're buying or selling a home. So no, not all real estate agents are created equal. In fact, there's some real estate agents that are just very part-time and might sell 1 or 2 houses every single year. And if they're not the ones that you want to work with, you need to find somebody who's been in the business a long time and has a proven track record. Myth number 4, you get a better deal when you're buying the house through the listing agent. No, not true at all. As a matter of fact, that listing agent has already signed a contract with the seller, so the fiduciary is to the seller. When you go to buy with the listing agent, one of two things happens. A dual agency is created, which means the listing agent represents both buyer and seller, which probably is not in your best interest because you have one person trying to negotiate between two people, and that just makes things very difficult, and that could potentially end you up in a lawsuit and in mediation or arbitration. So it's always a good idea to walk in with your own agent. Now, with the National Association of Realtors lawsuit that just happened, many listing agents are having buyers sign what's called a buyer non-agency, which specifically states that the listing agent does not work for the buyer. They're just facilitating the paperwork and the transaction, but you, Mr. Buyer, are representing yourself through the transaction. So anything you say to that listing agent can be reported back to the seller and used as leverage in negotiation. So this is why it's always good to have a real estate agent on your side, and it's never a good idea to work with the listing agent directly. This also goes for new construction. Keep in mind, those new construction agents, they work for the developer. They do not work for you, and they are not paid on commission, so they don't really have an invested interest on you buying that house, other than the fact that they might get $1,000 bonus if they meet their quota. So just keep that in mind. New construction, you always want to have your own agent as well. Getting a pre-approval is done after you find the perfect home. Actually, that is the biggest mistake that you can make. You want to get the pre-approval prior to going out looking for property, and that is because you want to know exactly what you can afford. It's always a good idea to know exactly what you're looking for. Let's say it's $900,000, and then you want to look just slightly under your budget. That way you have negotiation and wiggle room in case you find a very hot property that it is priced correctly. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that that pre-approval is done prior to going out and looking for any homes. Another myth is selling a home by owner is going to save you money. Actually, most for sale by owners sell their home for about 24% less than what they would have sold it for if they would have just worked with an agent. And that is because many investors are coming to your door and offering you cash money for that house, and then they're turning around while it's in escrow with you and they're wholesaling it, making 50 grand on the spread. So you just want to make sure that if this is the route you're going to go, and you can certainly do it, you are likely going to make less money than if you would have just worked with a realtor and paid a commission. Here is a myth I've heard of over and over again, and that is real estate agents get kickbacks from lenders, home inspectors, home warranty companies, title companies, you name it. The truth is we get zero kickbacks. As a matter of fact, we have to follow a law called RESPA, which means that we are not allowed to get any sort of kickbacks whatsoever. In fact, our title companies, they're not even allowed to buy as lunch. So no, we do not get any kickbacks from any lenders or any home inspectors or any service providers. We provide a list to you as a courtesy, so that way it makes your life easier, because it's very stressful to get under contract and have a list of those people at your disposal. So no, we do not get any sort of kickbacks from any of those people. And here's one of the biggest myths of all: real estate agents will say anything just to get a sale. The truth is we are bound by a code of ethics, and we cannot just say anything to make a sale. In fact, we could get in some serious trouble if we are giving bad advice to our clients, or we start talking crap about houses or people or other agents. So the truth is, no, we're not going to just say anything to get a sale, because that could get us in some serious trouble. And I don't know one realtor that wants to get in any trouble whatsoever just to make a sale. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Is there anything I missed? What kind of myths have you heard or want debunked? I'm here to help. Also, if you would like to get in touch with me, please shoot me a text. My phone number is right below. That's the easiest way to get me. I have clients reaching out all the time, and I would love to be a real estate resource for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.